Hello, this is Jeff Babcock. I haven't recorded any stories for you for a while, so I thought I'd get back into it. Okay, so here we go. Today's story is called Borreguita and the Coyote. Okay, and there we go. Borreguita and the Coyote. Okay, retold by Verna Aardeme, illustrated by Petra Mathers. All right, here we go. On a farm at the foot of a mountain, there once lived a little ewe lamb. Now, her master called her simply Borreguita, which means little lamb. And one day, Borreguita's master tied her to a stake in a field of red clover, and the lamb was eating the lush plants with a coyote when all of a sudden a coyote came by. The coyote growled, Borreguita, I'm going to eat you. Borreguita bleated, bah, bah, oh, Senor Coyote, I would not fill you up. I am as thin as a bean pod. When I have eaten all this clover, I shall be fat, and you may eat me then. Coyote, he looked at the skinny little lamb in the wide clover field. Está bien, that is good, he said. When you are fat, I shall come back. Well, after many days, the coyote returned. He found the lamb grazing in the middle of the meadow, and he growled, Borreguita, you are as plump as a tumbleweed. I'm going to eat you now. Borreguita bleated, bah, bah, oh, Senor Coyote, I know something that tastes ever so much better than lamb. Oh, what? Asked the coyote. Cheese, cried Borreguita. My master keeps a round of cheese on his table. He eats it with his tacos. Now the coyote had never heard of cheese, and he was curious about it. Well, how can I get some of this cheese? He asked. And Borreguita said, there is a pond at the end of the pasture. Tonight, when the moon is high, meet me there, and I will show you how to get a cheese. Está bien, said the coyote. I will be there. Well, that night, when the full moon was straight up in the sky, Borreguita and Coyote met at the edge of the pond. There, glowing in the black water, was something that looked like a big, round cheese. Do you see it? Cried Borreguita. Swim out and get it. Coyote, he slipped into the water, and he paddled toward the cheese. And he swam, and he swam. But the cheese stayed just so far ahead, and finally he opened his mouth and lunged. The image shattered in the splash. Pond water rushed into Coyote's mouth, coughing and spluttering. He turned and headed for the shore. And when he reached it, the little lamb was gone. She had tricked him The coyote shook the water off his fur, and he looked up at the big cheese in the sky, and he howled, "Ow! Ow! Wow!" Well, at dawn the next day, Borreguita went to graze near a small overhanging ledge of rock. Right there. There she is, right there, on the side of the mountain. And she knew that Coyote would be coming after her. But she had a plan. Well, as the sun rose over the mountain, Borreguita saw the coyote coming. And he was sniffing along with his nose on some trail. And she crawled under the ledge and lay on her back, bracing her feet against the top. Now, when the coyote found her, he growled, "Grr, grr, Borreguita, I see you under there. I'm going to pull you out and eat you." And Borreguita bleated, "Bah, bah, oh, Senor Coyote, you can't eat me now. I have to hold up this mountain. If I let go, it will come tumbling down." Now the coyote looked at the mountain. He saw that the lamb was holding it up. You are strong," Borreguita said. Will you hold it for a while I go for help?" Well, the coyote did not want the mountain to fall, so he crept under the ledge and he put up his feet. "Push hard," said Borreguita. Do you have it now?" I have it," said the coyote. "Oh, but hurry back. This mountain is heavy." Borreguita rolled out of the shallow cave and went leaping and running all the way back to the barnyard. Oh, Coyote held up that rock until his legs ached and he was hungry and thirsty, and at last he said, "Even if the mountain falls, I'm going to let go. I can't hold it any longer." And the coyote dragged himself out and covered his head with his paws. But the mountain did not fall. And then he knew, that little lamb had fooled him again. Coyote sat on his haunches and he howled, "Ow! Ow! Ow!" Early the next morning, Coyote hid himself in a thicket in the lamb's pasture. And when she drew near, he sprang out with a woof, woof. And he said, "Borreguita, you will not escape me this time. I'm going to eat you right up now." And Borreguita pleaded, "Bah, oh bah, Senora Coyote, I know I deserve to die, but grant me this one kindness. Swallow me whole, so that I won't have to suffer the biting and the chewing." "Why should I make you comfortable while I eat you?" demanded the coyote. "Anyway, I could swallow you all in one piece. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't do it." Oh, yes, you could. Yes," cried Borreguita. Your mouth is so big, you could swallow a cougar. Open it wide, and I will run and dive right in." There he is, opening his mouth. Oh, and here comes Borreguita. Coyote opened his mouth wide and braced his feet, and Borreguita backed away, and then she put her head down and she charged. Wham! She struck the inside of Coyote's mouth so hard she sent him ow! Ow! Oh! Ow! Ah! Howled the Coyote as he picked himself up, and he ran away, his mouth feeling like one big toothache. And from that day on, Borreguita frisked about on the farm at the foot of the mountain. And Coyote never bothered her again. Oh, and that was the story of Borreguita and the Coyote. Borreguita was pretty smart. She was a pretty smart cookie. Wow! Wow! The end.